Yo, what's going on world? It's your boy Sion back with another video. Listen, the rap game is a fickle industry, man. One minute you're on top of the world, dropping hit after hit. Next minute, you're yesterday's news. Today, we're diving deep into the stories of 10 rappers who were once running the game, topping the charts, but now, let's just say they're somewhere else entirely. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get into it.
First up, we got Ja Rule, the man who once ruled the hip-hop scene. Back in the early 2000s, this dude was untouchable. He was everywhere, dominating the airwaves and the charts. Holla Holla, always on time, put it on me. He was killing the charts, man. Every song he dropped was a hit, and everyone was singing along. Murder Inc. was the hottest label out there, and Ja was their golden boy. They were unstoppable, dropping hit after hit. He had the streets on lock, the ladies loved him, and he was even going toe-to-toe with DMX in the clubs. His presence was undeniable. But then came the 50 Cent beef. It was a game changer. 50 came with the bars, the disses, the street credibility, and he exposed Ja. It was brutal and relentless. It became a whole thing, man. The beef was all over the news, social media, and the streets. Everyone was talking about it. 50 had the game on lock, and Ja just couldn't recover. His career took a massive hit, and he struggled to bounce back. And if that wasn't enough, then came Fyre Festival. It was supposed to be a luxurious music festival, but it turned into a nightmare. The whole thing was a mess, a total sham, and it further tarnished Ja's reputation. People were left stranded, and it was a PR disaster. He's been trying to make a comeback, but it's just not the same, man. The magic he once had seems to have faded, and he's still trying to find his footing in the industry.
All right, next up we got Lil Pump. This dude was the poster child for that whole SoundCloud era. Gucci Gang, Eskeet, these were anthems, man. He blew up fast. But here's the thing about that whole SoundCloud wave. It came and went just as fast. And when the tide went out, a lot of those artists got swept away. The hype died down, the music wasn't hitting the same, and Lil Pump just kinda faded. He's still out there dropping music here and there, but the buzz is gone. It's like the game moved on, and he's stuck in 2017.
Yo, let's talk about Fetty Wap. 2015, this dude owned the airwaves. Trap Queen was everywhere. And it wasn't just a one-hit wonder either. He followed it up with 679, My Way Again. Dude was on a roll. But then, just like that, it stopped. The hits dried up, the buzz faded, and Fetty Wap kinda disappeared from the mainstream. Now, there were rumors, legal troubles, personal issues, all that played a part. He's still making music, still got a loyal fan base, but he never reached those 2015 heights again. Fetty Wap had a moment, but sustaining that success, that's a whole other beast.
Chapter 4, D-Signer One-Hit Wonder or Misunderstood Visionary. All right, next up we got D-Signer, Panda, man. That song was everywhere in 2016. He got signed to Kanye's Good Music, which seemed like the perfect fit at the time. Everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing, but then, crickets. Panda was a massive hit, but he struggled to follow it up. He had a few tracks here and there, but nothing that captured the magic of Panda. People started calling him a one-hit wonder. He's still out there, still making music, but he's definitely not the household name he could have been. D-Signer's career never really took off the way people expected it to.
Chapter 5. Iggy Azalea. Fancies fade to black. Let's talk about Iggy Azalea. Love her or hate her, you can't deny she had a moment. Fancy was everywhere in 2014. She was everywhere. Magazines, award shows, collaborations with everyone from Ariana Grande to Jennifer Lopez. But then came the backlash. The criticisms about cultural appropriation, the accusations of faking her accent, the feuds with other artists. It all took a toll. The internet can be a brutal place, man, and Iggy became a target. She's still out there, still making music, but she's no longer the force she once was. Iggy had a moment, but the controversies and lack of consistent hits contributed to her decline.
Chapter 6. Trinidad James. All gold. Everything, except a lasting career. All right, let's talk about Trinidad James. Remember All Gold Everything? That song was huge back in 2012. Trinidad James, with his gold chains and his unique style, became an instant sensation. He signed a major deal with Def Jam. Everyone was excited to see what he would do next. But then, the momentum stalled. He released a few more tracks, but nothing captured the magic of All Gold Everything. The hype died down, the label dropped him, and Trinidad James faded from the spotlight. Trinidad James had his moment, but he couldn't maintain it. He's still out there, grinding, making music, but he's no longer the name on everyone's lips.
Yo, let's talk about Chief Keef, the man who changed the game. This dude was a pioneer, a trailblazer in the drill music scene. Don't like Love Sosa, I don't like. These were anthems, man. They weren't just songs. They were movements that resonated with a generation. He was young, he was controversial, and he had this aura about him that was both fascinating and terrifying. His raw energy and unfiltered lyrics spoke to the streets. He signed a deal with Interscope, got co-signed by Kanye West. It seemed like he was destined for superstardom. The industry had high hopes for him. But then the legal troubles started. The beefs with other rappers escalated, and the industry pressure got to him. It was a lot for someone so young to handle. His music became more erratic, less focused, and he slowly faded from the mainstream. The consistency that once defined his work began to wane. Now, Chief Keef is still a legend in the streets, and his influence on hip-hop is undeniable. His impact can be seen in the new wave of artists emerging today. But he never reached the commercial heights that many predicted. The potential was there, but the path was fraught with obstacles. The music industry is a tough game, especially when you're coming from a place like Chief Keef did. It's a story of talent, struggle, and the harsh realities of fame.
All right, let's talk about Rich Homie Quan. This dude was everywhere in 2013 to 2014. Type of Way, Walk Through, My Hit, he was putting out hit after hit. He was signed to TIG, he was collaborating with everyone from Young Thug to Drake, and he was on top of the world. But then, just as quickly as he rose, he seemed to disappear. There were rumors of label issues, creative differences, and personal problems. He went quiet for a while, and when he came back, the game had moved on. He's still making music, still got a loyal fan base, but he never reached those early heights again. Sometimes it's just timing, man.
Yo, let's talk about B.O.B. This dude was on fire in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Nothing on You, Airplanes Magic. He was topping the charts with these catchy pop-infused rap songs. He was signed to Grand Hustle, working with Bruno Mars, and seemed destined for a long and successful career. But then things took a turn. He started talking about conspiracy theories, questioning the shape of the earth and alien life. His music took a back seat to his controversial statements, and he faded from the mainstream. He's still making music, still got a dedicated fan base, but he's no longer the chart-topping artist he once was. B.O.B. was talented, but his own words and beliefs ended up hurting his career. Last but not least, we got Bow Wow. This dude was a child star, man. He was the epitome of young talent, bursting onto the scene with an energy and charisma that was hard to ignore. He was rapping at 5 years old, touring with Snoop Dogg, and making hit records before he was even a teenager. Bounce with me, Bow Wow, that's my name. These tracks were anthems for a generation. Let Me Hold You. He was a bona fide star. His music was everywhere and his face was recognizable to millions, but then, as he got older, the hits stopped coming. The transition from child star to adult artist is never easy. The music industry is tough, man, and it's even tougher when you're trying to shed that child star image. It's like the world wants to keep you in that box forever. He went through different phases, tried different sounds, but nothing stuck. He experimented with various genres, collaborated with different producers, but the magic just wasn't there. He's still out there doing his thing, hosting shows and making appearances, but his music career never reached those early heights again. He found new avenues to stay relevant, but the music scene had moved on. Bow Wow had a hell of a run, but the music industry is a fickle mistress. It's a place where fame can be fleeting and the spotlight can dim just as quickly as it brightened.
So, there you have it, folks. 10 rappers who were once on top of the world, but couldn't quite keep up with the game. Some fell victim to beef, others to bad decisions, and some just couldn't maintain that initial spark. It's a reminder that the music industry is a roller coaster, man. Which one of these stories surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. Peace out. That's it for today's video. See you